Welcome back to Montreal. If you have not watched part 1 of the video, do check the description box for the link. Our third day in Montreal started off with trying out pistachio croissants and breakfast sandwiches at Mamie Clafoutis cafe. On our way there, we picked up coffee from Tim Hortons as the cafe was a bit far. The food was a little average, not really worth going for this far. We did not like it as much as we thought we would.
As part of today's plan, there were multiple places which we wanted to visit, but the first on our list was the Biodome, which is an impressive structure built as part of even more impressive Olympic Park Stadium of Montreal. Biodome is a science museum with 5 ecosystems of the Americas under one roof. The ecosystems include tropical rainforest, Gulf of St. Lawrence, the Laurentian maple forest, the Labrador coast, and the subantarctic islands. It's closed on Mondays and open 9 to 5 from Tuesdays to Sunday. The tickets were for $22.75 each, but we checked in via canoe, so it was free for us. It was a very unique and amazing experience. You find 4 species of penguins here in Biodome. We were so excited to see them as it was our first time watching them and we almost felt like a kid at that time. You do get a booklet to guide you, but you can also download the app called Space for Life for a more interactive experience. There is also a restaurant as well as a cafeteria with seating and multiple microwaves where you can relax and have your own food.
After that, we visited the Botanical Gardens, which is just next to the Biodome on the other side of the road. It is recognized as one of the largest and most beautiful gardens in the world. Visitors of all ages can explore and learn about plants from every corner of the world. It has more than 22,000 species of plants, 10 exhibition greenhouses, and some 20 thematic gardens. There are 3 cultural gardens as well: Chinese, the First Nations, and Japanese, out of which we like the Chinese garden the most. It was a beautifully designed garden portraying the richness of Chinese heritage. And you definitely need to be in your most comfortable pair of footwear to really enjoy roaming around here.
So अभी हम हैं बोटानिकल गार्डन्स में. यहाँ पे टोटल 20 गार्डन्स हैं. सो आप पूरा दिन लेके आओ घूमने के लिए. एंड अगर थोड़ा बहुत भी लाइक पेड़ पौधों में इंटरेस्ट है तो एक्चुअली पूरा दिन लग जाएगा. सो राइट नाउ वी आर एट द चाइनीज़ गार्डन. इसके जस्ट साइड में जापानीज़ गार्डन है. वो दोनों थोड़े मेन गार्डन्स हैं. एंड देन उसके बाद और भी छोटे छोटे बहुत सारे गार्डन्स हैं. एंट्री पे एक मैप मिल जाता है, उसके बेसिस पे यू कैन रोम अराउंड. एंड यहाँ पे 3-4 चीज़ें हैं साइड में. there's an insect museum, there's a biodome and there's a planetarium as well just right next to the road. So यहाँ पे पार्किंग के लिए भी you can take a single parking like 13 dot something का पार्किंग टिकट है. अगर आप यहाँ पे लेते हो you can take your car there and like सेम टिकट के साथ वहाँ पे भी चल जाएगा. So हमने वो गलती की, हमें नहीं पता था, हम वॉक करके आए. So आप मत करना.
You can also purchase a Montreal Museums card, which can give access to about 50 Montreal museums, including the Space for Life museums, for a 3-day period if you plan to visit most of them.
After visiting these 2 places, we planned to skip the planetarium and the insectarium as we were really tired and wanted to reach our next destination before sunset. Next on our list was Montreal. But before that, we wanted to grab something to eat, so we went to the next eatery on our list, Schwartz Deli.
Schwartz Deli serves the famous Montreal-style smoked meat sandwich, which is marinated for 10 days, smoked overnight, steamed all day, and sliced by hand just before serving. Only I was going to try it, as Adya doesn't eat meat. I thought of a takeaway instead of dine-in, as there was a long queue at their restaurant, but thankfully, the deli has a separate entrance just next to the main restaurant. On our way, we saw slice and soda, so Adya wanted to have the best pizza slice, again as she really liked it earlier. In case you are there, do try their sodas as well. They are really good with interesting flavor combinations.
Once we were fueled up, it was time to see the amazing view from the lookout point at the Montreal, a triple-peaked hill at the center of the city. The green space of Montreal is an outdoorsman dream, with hiking trails and nature walks that cater to every season. We did not hike to the top, instead took our car and parked at the dedicated parking lot for the lookout point. From there, it was just a short walk to our destination. The lookout point is a huge area, but you definitely need to fight for your spot there to click uninterrupted photos of Montreal skyline.
After spending an hour there, we planned on visiting the charming Old Montreal area once again, especially the Old Port and Jacques Cartier Place. It was bustling with people and live music. There were additional small markets set up with food stalls, gift shops, and even tattoo and henna stalls. There was a small amusement park at the Old Port, which is also home to the iconic observation wheel of Montreal, which is this gigantic Ferris wheel, the largest in Canada, which catches your eye no matter where you're standing in the Old Port area. We did not stroll a lot this time as Adya's feet were hurting, but we could not leave the old town without having the ice cream, which we really loved on our first day. So once again, we went back to Mille Catherine, and this time we were in no mood of sharing, so we took individual scoops of Oreo and coffee flavor ice cream, dipped once again in Ferrero Rocher sauce. Also, we got to know that the flavors change on daily basis, so they are always a surprise anytime you visit. On that note, we ended our third day in Montreal.
So next morning, I was in no mood of walking too much. So we decided to have our breakfast at a nearby Tim Hortons. Unfortunately, there was no one at the store who could speak English at the time. So I had to struggle a bit to get my custom breakfast muffin. Do ignore my swollen face and messy shirt though.
So today's plan was to visit Mont Tremblant. But before that, we had to take a quick stop at the iconic Environmental Museum of Montreal called the Biosphere. There you can learn about the major environmental issues of our time and explore ways to address them. We had already visited few museums on our trip, so we were not that interested to go inside, but definitely wanted to see how it looks as it has a very striking structure from the outside.
So next we went to St. Viateur Bagels, the restaurant this time, in hope to get the bagel sandwiches as we were not able to get them earlier and it was a last day in Montreal, so we did not want to miss it. The cafe had a huge lineup, but as we were not dining in, so it ended up being a quick stop for us. We planned to eat the bagels at Mont Tremblant because we had planned to stop at one more eatery which was on our way. That was Punjab Canteen. It's a small restaurant, but we had read great reviews about the chole kulche and chole bhature here. And it was so damn good, really delicious, and the food portion was good as well. Definitely recommend you guys going to this place if you love Punjabi food.
Finally, we were on our way to Mont Tremblant, and what a scenic drive it was. Also, to our surprise, for the first time ever, we saw a serviced fuel station in Canada. Mont Tremblant is a ski resort town located in the heart of the Laurentian Mountains. The town is best known for its exceptional ski tracks, undeniable charm, magnificent landscape, and impressive number of activities that are available throughout the year. The town is very pretty, has various picnic spots, and is surrounded by hills and pretty lakes.
अभी हम लोग पहुंचे हैं माउंट ट्रेम्बला। आधे घंटे हमने पार्किंग ढूंढी है यहाँ पे। बोलने वाला था। हाँ, आधे घंटे हमने पहले पार्किंग ढूंढी है क्योंकि हमें समझ नहीं आ रहा था जाना कहाँ है। सो यहाँ पे मैप में जब डालो माउंट ट्रेम्बला विलेज, बिकॉज हमें आदत है ऐसे ब्लू माउंटेन की लाइक जाने की, तो वो कोई ओल्ड विलेज है वहाँ लेके जाता है जो नीचे है। हाँ, तो यहाँ पे लेके नहीं आता जो एक्चुअल इमेजेस हम देखते हैं गूगल में। तो उसके लिए P2 और P3 पार्किंग लॉट्स हैं विच आर फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट, वहाँ पे आके आप पार्क कर सकते हो।
हाँ, पर जो ओल्ड विलेज भी है वहाँ भी व्यू पॉइंट्स बहुत अच्छे हैं, तो अगर वहाँ भी मतलब जाना चाहो तो डेफिनेटली इट विल बी वर्थ द टाइम।
हाँ, वहाँ पे लेक के साइड पे एरिया बना हुआ है, सो यू कैन स्पेंड सम टाइम।
एरिया है वो लेक साइड से दिखता है आपको, तो ओवरऑल इट्स वेरी नाइस।
अब म्यूजिक की आवाज़ आने लगी है एंड अब हम पहुँच गए माउंट ट्रेम्बला फाइनली, उस एरिया की जिसके हमने पिक्चर्स देखे थे। माउंट ट्रेम्बला से हमें जल्दी वापस आना पड़ा, बहुत बारिश हो रही है यहाँ पे, मतलब अभी स्टार्ट हुई है और नेक्स्ट 3 घंटे बारिश ही होनी है। तो यहाँ पे 2 गंडोला राइड्स हैं। पहले आप एक लेवल पे जाते हो, वहाँ पे भी बहुत सारे रेस्टोरेंट्स बने हुए हैं, और उसके बाद ऊपर जाते हो
बेस ऑफ माउंटेन।
सो वो अभी बंद भी हो गया था, 5 बजे तक बंद हो जाता है। जो नेक्स्ट वाला गंडोला राइड है लाइक सेकेंड वाला जो एकदम टॉप तक लेके जाएगा, तो वो तो आज हम वैसे भी नहीं जा पाते, और दूसरा बारिश भी हो गई, तो अब हम जल्दी वापस जा रहे हैं। सो वी आर प्लानिंग कि हम अपने ट्रिप में दोबारा एक बार माउंट ट्रेम्बला आ पाएँ, सो दैट हम ऊपर जाके उसका व्यू देख पाएँ। करेंगे कि नहीं करेंगे नॉट श्योर, बट हमें एक्चुअली में देखने में तो बहुत अच्छा लगा। ब्लू माउंटेन से तो ट्रिपल साइज का था। पहले तो मैं सुबह आने के पहले ही सोच रही थी कि क्या करेंगे जाके, कोई बात नहीं ब्लू माउंटेन जैसे ही होगा, बट नहीं, बहुत अलग है। इवन रास्ता ही बहुत अलग है इसका, बहुत सारे हिल्स आते हैं रास्ते में, आप उसके बीच में से जाते हो,
बहुत ग्रैंड रास्ता है।
हाँ, तो वो मतलब ब्लू माउंटेन्स के जैसा तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं है, उससे बहुत ज़्यादा बड़ा बना हुआ है, लाइक 2 टियर्स में है। कि पहले आप जाओ, बहुत सारे रेस्टोरेंट्स, वहाँ पे कॉन्सर्ट वगैरह की प्रिपरेशन थी, एंड देन उसके बाद फिर गंडोला राइड से ऊपर जाओ, एंड देन वहाँ पे भी इतनी सारी ईटरीज थी। सो वैसे भी लाइक मॉन्ट्रियल और इधर खाने की तो कोई कमी हो ही नहीं सकती।
And gondola ride to the base of the mountain at least is free.
After reaching back to the city, we stopped at another ice cream shop. I had seen a few images on Instagram and the desserts looked really pretty and very unique there. So I wanted to try them from the very first day. The shop is called Alice and Theo. They serve ice cream scoops as cookie sandwiches and inside choux pastry. They were very tasty but not something we would specially drive for next time when we are in the city. Our top recommendation for ice cream still goes out to Milkethry.
Something we will again and again go for whenever we visit Montreal is the poutine. So for our last dinner in Montreal, we went to La Banquise once again. They have so many different types of poutine that you won't get bored and you can try a new one every time you visit. This time, Athya also wanted to try a vegetarian version of the poutine and she loved it. So that was the wrap of our 4 days in Montreal. We loved the vibe of the charming city, the beautiful architecture and the mouth-watering food.
Do let us know what you liked the most about the lovely city of Montreal. Our next stop will be the breathtakingly beautiful Quebec city. So do watch out for the next video. Till then, bye bye and take care.